Hi, this is Robert from BOYSETSFIRE, and you're watching PitCam. I just got tattooed. You didn't. But let's party together tonight in Berlin. See ya.
Hey guys, how you doing? I wrote on my Facebook, last sentence I wrote on my Facebook is, the heart I cried when BOYSETSFIRE split up 7 years ago. The glad I am that they're here right now.
They're back.
How you doing, guys?
Thank you very much.
Very good. Very good.
It's so awesome that you're back. It's awesome that your new album is like going like up in the sky here in Germany. How does that feel?
It feels it's unexpected, you know. We were just so content, like we were so happy making music together again, being in the studio. Chad recorded the record. It was so done. We almost didn't think about the outside world, if that makes sense. I don't think I heard the sentence at all in the studio, like, how will people like it? Or we're not that kind of band. It was always just like, do you like it? Yeah, I like it. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Like that. And then having so many people appreciate it came. It was a big shock for sure, but
very humbling.
Humbling, yeah.
Yeah. So now you're back. We're meeting today at I guess the hottest day in Germany today. But you guys getting tattooed? What the fuck?
It's a stupid idea, kids. Don't do that. Don't try that at home. Professional stunt.
Disgusting.
Professional
No
stuntman.
shower.
Yeah, horrible idea.
No shower.
But it is not the worst idea ever, because I had the worst idea ever. I got my nipples pierced on tour once in the summertime. And then I didn't think about it, that the bass strap goes over one nipple, you know? And I was like, ugh.
And every night he would have these little cups
Cup
of
with
alcohol
salt
and he'd be
water.
like,
We called them the nipple cups, which
oh, yeah.
that's what
You
they
look
were.
like Madonna
Madonna
for an hour.
for like, and I have really nice tits, but you know, that's another
did.
thing. Yeah, I did.
I have a gnarly pirate breast.
Only the second most stupid idea I ever had on tour.
Yeah.
The worst idea was the nipple piercings, for sure.
Yeah, but did you get a band tattoo? Or what?
Kind of. Chad and me, well, I had, I wanted to get something, a saying that I really like that says, first deserve, then desire. Like a spiritual saying, like you have to work for like things that are important for you. And I told Chad, and he was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Why not get family first? And I was like, done. It was like that, right? Because Chad and me text. I get up. I live in Germany, right? And I get up really early at 5 in the morning to do like meditation and stuff. So Chad goes to bed pretty late. So we always have that 1 or 2 hours where we're both awake. You know, yesterday for him, tomorrow for me. And it's always like, that's when we have the most genius ideas.
Yeah.
And so he was like, what about family first? I was like, how long did it take? Like a text this long?
Less than a second.
Yeah, it's like, I'm in. And so I just got it here. It's like a BOYSETSFIRE logo, and it says family first. And Chad is gonna get it like prison style.
Oh, you didn't get it right now.
No.
Oh, you're.
Yeah, I was heading in before I came over here.
Okay.
You nervous?
Nah, a little. All right.
Yeah, but you guys are pretty inked, so I mean, you know what's coming up if you're getting it.
That's why. then.
And Chad, a good friend of ours, Jesse from Alliance Tattoos on the East Coast, he does all of Chad's, or most of Chad's tattoos nowadays,
one,
right?
yeah.
And he's so heavy-handed than any other tattoo artist feels like he's doing this, or maybe this.
They don't think they are. They think they're. Oh no, you're just a pussy.
Yeah, no, they are really like. Jesse's hands are like this big, maybe. He looks kind of like the Yeti, or
Yeti.
Yeah.
Big country. He's big.
He is big.
But it's a pity that we can't show it right now
I know,
because
I'm
it's
sorry,
like well wrapped.
I didn't think about that. It's the hand that's on my, that's on the record, but it's the other way around. On the record is a left hand, and I have a right hand. I leave that up to the nerds. Someone just walked up to me in there, and he was like, "I figured it out. This is why." And I was like, "Yes," but I'm never gonna say it. I'm just gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool thing.
Yeah.
Good topic. The artwork of the new album is so cool. Who did that?
Really good. A guy named Tom Begerwitz. A while ago, when we just started playing some shows, we asked him if he would maybe do some designs for shirts and things like that, and he came up with these badass symbols.
Freemason-esque.
Yeah, we just wanted to kind of like a mysterious sort of thing.
And also not because we're so bored with like, especially younger bands, it seems, it's all about them on the poster, them on the record. And I'm like, we kind of missed those times where it was like maybe a little bit more about the music and a little less about the haircut. You know what I mean? Like maybe because I don't have much hair left, so that's just envy on my part. But Chuckles, for example, has plenty of hair. But still, that was kind of the idea, to like have the whole artwork guide you into the music, and it doesn't even matter who plays what kind of thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
He did a really good job, and then he ended up doing all the artwork for the record, and actually a couple of really good designs came from Bridge 9 in the U.S. is putting the record out there. And
Very
they said,
good stuff.
Hey, do you mind if we kind of expand on that? And they came up with some really, really good symbols themselves. That
It's almost as good as your tattoo, but not quite.
Wappadinger's pretty bad.
Had we seen this before,
Did you see that?
This would have been the record cover. 100%. The fucking
absolutely.
Wappadingar on our record, but we didn't.
Tim would be so proud.
Oh yeah.
If you don't know what a Wappadingar is, Google it.
Yeah. It would have not been number 22. It would have easily been number 19 and a half. Of course. Yeah.
Wappadingers.
Wappadingers. I'm gonna buy it. I don't know what they sound like, but I have to.
So let's
Did I tell you that we went to the Wappadingar Museum?
Within the last 6
Within
months.
the last 6 months. And we're not even kidding. Like a Wappadingar
is that?
raping someone.
Zwiesel?
Zwiesel, here in Germany. Oh.
What did the Wappadingar rape? He made
chicken.
love. A chicken. He made love to a
And the
chicken.
Wappadingar is hung.
Horny with a huge. Yeah. Oh my God.
It's all
We
stuffed.
blushed. We blushed.
Yeah, it was like, ooh,
Wappadingar
that is just
fresh.
offensive.
Yeah.
I have to go to the Wappadingar Museum.
Oh yeah,
I
we'll
guess.
take you.
We can show you pictures.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Your tattoo style is pretty much inspired by
Yes.
India.
Yes.
Where did you get that?
Well, ever since I've been, I think, 16 years old, I've been very, very interested in ancient Indian culture. And it kind of runs in the family too a little bit, because my wife is half Indian. My father-in-law is an Indian musician, funny enough. And so I was always just, India was my main source of inspiration. But I tried to, like, the tattoos, like I have, you know, Buddha down here, and I tried to kind of have a mix of all the spiritual things that interested me along my path. But India and like, you know, Rama and Krishna, that's like the core foundation of my silly belief system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks pretty cool. I
Thank you
love
very
that
much.
colorful stuff.
Really nice painting.
That nice painting.
I'm
When
also the palest, as you see, the palest person alive, so I'm the wet dream of any tattoo artist, because they're like, this is like a canvas. You have actually
Literally.
no color.
No
When I
hair
stand
and no
next,
color.
when I stand next to white walls, you wouldn't recognize me. You know, I'm like a white
you need to
flag.
be tattooed.
Yeah, I
so
need to be
yeah.
tattooed. No one recognizes me otherwise. No. Yeah.
And what's your tattoo style? I mean, can you show us something?
This was done by a guy named Bruce Gulick. And
Which is also the guy who did this, by the way.
Yeah.
Funny enough. So.
And you know, I just get tattoos that mean things to me. It's the this one was more anti-war at the time, and this is the goddess of love and music.
And this one, for example, is a band tattoo. Like I have it here.
Oh.
If you can see it. And Chad has it here, Nathan has it here, and a couple other friends. Chris Rakes has it as well. It was
Gino.
like Gene has it. It's like that was the first like proper
And it was
gang
because
tattoo.
somebody needed to pray for our souls,
Yes.
so we may as well.
We figured that we
Yeah.
need all the help we can get, so
Yeah.
we have steady support. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, a band tattoo. It's pretty. I mean, I think it's, pretty trendy. I'd say the bands who are really close or like getting band tattoos for remembering the time, or maybe imagine BOYSETSFIRE split up in a really not that cool way. What would it be for you if there's still a tattoo
You know,
which is
like-
like matching to others?
Well, it wasn't really at the time. It wasn't more that particular tattoo wasn't about the band. The band had rented a house
Yes.
to practice in, and numbers of the members. I think you lived there
Hell
as well.
yeah.
I was the only one that worked there,
Yeah.
and so we got it more or less just to remember the friendship and camaraderie that
'Cause
we
that
had,
house-
which I think is a lot of the reason bands get that. But I would never forget that or want to change that.
Right.
So.
Disregarding what happened, like some
Yeah.
of those people who have that tattoo, which is like Chad said, more of like almost like a gang tattoo, people who were revolving around that house, And I can tell you stories about that house, but that it would be another day.
See, I can't.
Yeah, well, Chad slept at home. I lived there, and but some of those people I'm not even that close to anymore. Like Joey Broderick has
Yeah.
it, for example. Like, good guy, but I just don't talk to him much anymore. And it's still it's as valid as ever because it's always a reminder of that time where I slept on a mattress from the rehearsal room. It was a mattress to dampen the sound, and I was so poor that I couldn't afford a bed. So I took the mattress, and that's all that was in that room, a Bob Marley poster and the
And it was
mattress.
clean.
And it was very clean. Because wherever I am, it's very clean.
Cool stories. What's the most senseless tattoo you've ever got? Did you ever get some senseless tattoos?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, really?
No.
Just
Are they
all making sense?
Yeah, they all have meaning. I have, well, now you can't see that either. It's like, this is a Jersey tattoo, because I lived in New Jersey at the beach. And I would say it's like the least, like, you know, it has the least story to it. It was just before I moved away from the beach. I knew I would probably return to Munich and never live close to a beach again. So I wanted to get like a kind of a memory from, so it's not that deep, you know what I mean? Like, the other stuff, of course, I could tell you like a lot more about. That is the one, my wife hates it. Jersey lighthouse. What the
Jersey,
fuck?
of all
yeah,
places.
of all places. And yeah, it's my wife's least favorite one, and she points it out all the time. Like, your tattoos are cool, but that sucks.
Okay.
It's like, well,
But your tattoos all have a meaning for you, like.
Yeah, everyone, you know, and kind of pretty carefully thought out generally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Do you have advice for kids getting tattooed nowadays, like with straight 18, then over
that
here?
would be my
and
advice. Think about it, because
It's there.
it is there forever, and I actually think some of that stuff looks really cool. I just don't think necessarily in 18 is you really have maybe not thought enough about what you're gonna do and stuff, and
Yeah, you're gonna run out of room eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
You know, quickly.
start the other way. Don't start here or here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just get into it and then see where it goes. And then, of course, now it wouldn't matter. But I see a lot of kids now starting with like neck tattoos and stuff. And
Yeah.
you know, I just hope that
And if you're gonna get a neck tattoo, get a good one.
yes, because we've seen
Don't
some
wreck like a
shitty ones.
Tasmanian devil in a
100%
Nike
cracker.
Yeah.
Cool advice, kids. Listen to those guys. They know best.
Well, actually, don't listen to us at all. Do exactly the opposite of what we did in our lives, and
You'll
you'll
probably be
golden.
successful.
Yeah, successful and very healthy.
And the funny thing about this interview is I've never interviewed a German guy in English.
Yeah,
so it's
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm doing my best. So, but
Problem? It's
Robert,
fine.
Robert, yeah.
My German is pretty good, but it has a thick Bavarian accent.
it
so
ha-
I
it
don't even speak-
has.
I don't even speak German that well. I speak Bavarian really well.
You do. I didn't know that
Yeah, yeah.
your accent is
You
that
should
hard.
listen to Oisi and me talk, man. No one would understand.
Oh, I'm from Bavaria. I understand you, but
I knew that I liked you already. See? Wo denn aus Bayern?
aus Nürnberg, gell?
Naja, Freistadt Bayern. Right, it's another. Okay.
Not
Just
cool
kidding.
enough.
No.
All right. It's like living in Oklahoma, just
Yes,
outside of Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I moved to Berlin. It's all fine.
How cool.
The thing is, you moved back to Munich,
Yeah.
and you're actually the bass player for the European shows. Is that right?
Well, not really. Like, this is now what it's. I mean, how it came about was just like, I'm really busy, and sometimes, especially for one-off shows in the United States, that's how the whole thing came up, where I was like, this is really tough sometimes to do because I have family and, you know, all that kind of stuff here. So logistically, it was sometimes a nightmare. So we brought in Chris Rakes, and I don't think it's set in stone that he would never play a European show or anything like that. I think it's more like we help each other out. And in the studio, we were both there. So yes, right now that's how it works out. But it could be anything. You know, it could be like he's playing Indonesia and I play Canada, and you
And
know.
he's also very busy. Chris Rakes does a whole bunch of stuff. He runs a company,
Yeah.
and he's protecting my freedom
He's
protecting,
protecting, their freedom, not mine.
yeah,
So together you're one person.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
almost.
And yeah, so it just worked out. It sounds crazy, but worked out just fine. And really, Chris Rakes is the reason that I'm blessed to be here, because you know, without his support or that great idea that those guys had, I didn't have anything to do with that arrangement. That
We knew it was weird, but we just decided we just didn't have anything to prove to anybody anymore, and we're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
So.
If someone is interested in this wonderful record you put out, go to BOYSETSFIRE.org. You did a wonderful track-by-track video.
Noisy.
Yeah.
Awesome thing. So you explain a lot about the songs and the going on. So kids, watch that, listen to that music, and now I want you to. The kids are like going crazy tonight. I know that because they're looking fucking forward to see you live again. So what do you want to tell those German people like buying the record, putting it to place 22? What do you want to tell them?
Well, honestly, as cheesy as it sounds, we really appreciate every single one who supported our band, and especially over here in Germany. But of course, everywhere, but especially here, which is really grateful. You know, we're not one of those bands who take that for granted or think we deserve that by any means. We don't. Like Chad said, it's humbling, and it's always in the back of our minds when we play that we really want to have, like, you know, it means so much to us, and we really appreciate it that it means so much to other people as well.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, and thank you for supporting independent music.
Yeah.
And hopefully some people see, hey, you can do this without a giant corporation behind you, and just do it.
Yeah. We shouldn't even be.
And that was not a plug for Nike.
No. That's fucking awesome.
Perfect fucking timing.
I just like Chad said, I think when we sometimes play those festivals and you see like the high power manager running by and we're playing like at a very decent spot at that festival, and we shouldn't even be there. We have our own label. Our oldest friend is our manager, I guess, you know, like it's just our family member, and Chad recorded the record in like our own studio. So if that is something that people take away from it, and that people who have totally different outlooks and ideas on life can still be like the closest and best friends forever, that is something that I think I value a lot about BOYSETSFIRE, and I think it's the longer I'm in the band, the cooler I think that is, that we're all so different and all retarded and crazy in our own right, but it works, you know?
I agree.
I called it unity in diversity yesterday, and I'm going with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool thing. So I'm really glad to have you guys. I'm looking forward. I'm so hardly hoping that the BOYSETSFIRE area is going like 20 years and longer.
Yeah, we'll never. I'll
Yeah.
say this: we're never ever gonna break up again because it made me look like a fucking idiot. I have videos out there where I say bands that come back after they split up should be shot in the head in the marketplace and stuff.
Punch
Chad-
me in the fucking face
Yeah,
if I ever play another note.
Yeah, and I was like, because I really wanted to retire at that point. I was like, I'm done with music. I want to do martial arts and have 1,400 kids, you know, with whoever's willing to have them. Do you want a kid? And yeah, no. And so yeah, I'm never gonna do that again. We all were like that though. Like everyone was like, this is it, and there was no reason for it because we just. If now ever there comes a point where Chad says to me like, look, man, I think I'm burned out a little bit we'll just take a break. It's easy. Yeah. And if the break is long, then that break is long. But we'll be around forever. We'll haunt everyone till the day we die.
My grandchildren will see us. No way. Oh, God, no.
No, at some point there will be physical challenges that we will not be able to overcome. Like, a crutch and playing.
Oh man, Bad Religion is playing still.
Yeah, they absolutely are. They're not old. They're seasoned
veterans. Yeah.
Yes.
So you can do it like
Absolutely.
for a little time.
Yeah.
Cool. So guys, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I'm
Thank you very much.
very looking forward. Kids, buy that record, please. Awesome thing, and I'm looking forward to see you live, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
Sweaty hands.
Yeah. Thank you.
BOYSETSFIRE, ladies and gentlemen.